Wednesday, November 6th, 09:25 a.m. New York time. Welcome back, investors, to Winning Wall Street's Money. Going to go over commodities, several categories. There's agricultural and livestock, including multiple timeframes will include. This video is posted the same day on my Patreon page. On YouTube, well, when I get around to it, I'd decide I'd post it for public. But if you want to get access to the video the same day, I have a subscribers page. The link's below. And it's only for paid members for small, tiny donation. Good content and a lot more additional content. So looking at the commodities of agricultural and grains first, the major ones. 20-year history. Each candle represents a month. Looking at corn, here's a low. Here's a high. High of 2022, the high of 2023, and the high of 2024. So corn is in a trend down. Yep, price declining. We're not at the lows all the way from back here of 2005. Let me update that. Also, look how tight the consolidation range is. High of the year, the low of the year. Really tight consolidation range of corn. Big difference than this trend up, big, huge trading range, as well as down here from the prior year. So big consolidation, building energy, resting for breakout in the next trend. Look how long this consolidation went for corn. Corn has multiple uses. Feed for animal, feed for humans, as well as used for ethanol, for energy. Rough rice, here's a high. 2008, here's a low. 2009. Again, last year and this year, we're in this huge consolidation. And for the past few months here, we're in this tight consolidation. Wheat, here's the low for the past 20 years, 2005. Here's a high, 2022. So we had a high there. We broke it here. And since then, we've been declining. We already took out the low of last year, which was here. Look at now, much more consolidation. Here's the high here. Here's the low this year. Soybean oil, here's the low, 2005. Here's the high, 2022. The trend is down. And from this year, here's the high this year. Here's the low. We had the low here and retracing, but failure to take out the highs of this year. Again, big consolidation here, tighter consolidation range. First, these trends. Soybean meal, here's the low, 2005. Here's the high, 2023. Prices have been declining. And this month, we made a new low for the year. Okay. So food inflation at the agricultural level has been declining the prices. Retail level, wholesale level, that's different. And soybean, here's a low for the past 20 years. Here's a high for the past 20 years. And look, we failed to test it, just shy of it. But since then, it's been trending down. Soybean, new lows for this year, down here. So the momentum is still downside, come inside this consolidation. Again, all these commodities here have been coming lower off their highs. It's not inflation. Nope, coming back to reality. Let's go look at the livestock now. Same thing on the monthly time frame. Don't forget the commodities are priced in US dollar. So here's the live cattle, past 20 years. Here's the low. Here's the high. Yep. Big demand for live cattle. Huge consolidation. Also, there were diseases in some communities. They had to put down, slaughter the cattle. So made what? Made less of a supply, but it did not reduce the demand. I was saying with chickens too. Feeder cattle. Here's the low. Here's the high. Again, up strong, feeder cattle. Lean hog. Here's the low. Past 20 years. Here's the high. Has had big volatility these past few years. Look at that. Extremely volatility. Here's the high for the year. Here's the low for the year. Big trading range above and below 2023. Okay, let's take it to the lower time frame, into the weekly. First, agriculture and grains. 5-year history, each candle's a week. Yep, it's Wednesday. We're in the middle of the week. 5 years, here's the low. Here's the high. Look at this here, huge consolidation. Opportunities. And also here, for the current week, we got smaller trading ranges for the week. Rough rice, here's the low. Here's the high. Here's the high this year. Huge dump, big consolidation, coming back down to that swing low, which is happens to be the low this year. So again, trending down. That's good. You can see the lower time frame from the monthly down to the weekly. In wheat, yeah. Here's the high. Look at this for this year. Here's the low this year. Here's the high, rolling over, trending down. Still inside candle for the wheat. Weak. Soybean, oil, low, high. Had a consolidation, trending back up. But again, notice this, the high this year, lower high. So we've been filling on these highs. Potential target on the upside of these. Huge markdown phase here. Soybean mill, here's the low for the past 5 years. Here's the high. And we made that new low down here. Big move down, big trend down. Look at that, very close to the lows all the way back from here, 2020. Wow. And soybean, here's the high for the past 5 years. Here's the low. Here we are again, near the lows of this year. Big move down from this consolidation, breakdown, consolidation. Take it to the weekly livestock now. Five-year history, weekly candles, live cattle. Here's the high for this year. Multiple times we came up here. Huge consolidation, building energy, and higher lows. We already know what beef, cattle is bullish, looking for the opportunities, buying the dip. Here's the low. Feeder cattle. A lot of whipsaw here. And we took out that swing low, so that's not valid anymore. Let's remove that. Big difference then. Live cattle, tighter consolidation, higher lows. We're here, what? Lower lows. And lean hog for this year. Took out that swing low. Broke this midpoint. Let's update this. Here we go, a little further out. Okay, too much. There we go. So big consolidation building here. We have the swing low there. Okay, this huge impulse move down. Maybe we get a test up here. That was the impulse move down. Thank you for always spending just a little of your time with me. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching.